Ne Zha 2 was number 1 again at the global box office this past weekend, but the movie is starting to show signs of slowing down in China. On Monday, the movie grossed $10 million in China, which is its first day that the movie earned less than $13.8 million since its release. Maoyan, a popular Chinese movie ticketing website, just lowered its final projections for the film from $2.08 to $2.01 billion. The upcoming weekend numbers might determine whether Ne Zha 2 reaches $2 billion in the Chinese market. I think it will still pass $2 billion by the end of its run, especially since the extended time it will be in theaters to the end of March now, but maybe it won't be able to surpass Titanic's number 4 spot on the highest grossing movies of all time list. Ne Zha 2 is already on pace to beat Spider-Man No Way Home's total global gross, which is 7th place on the highest grossing movies of all time list. Even with the movie starting to show signs of slowing down, its run at the box office is still historic, especially for an animated film. It is the highest grossing animated film of all time, and it looks like Ne Zha 2's animation domination won't be beaten for a very long time. Let's take a look at the most popular upcoming animated movies to see if any of them will have a chance to beat Ne Zha 2. Zootopia 2 comes out in November of 2025, and it's probably the only animated movie coming out this year that would have a small chance of catching up to Ne Zha 2. Zootopia 1 did $1 billion at the global box office back in 2016. It was the second highest grossing animated film of 2016, but Zootopia 2 would need to double Zootopia 1's numbers just to even have a chance against Ne Zha 2. Looks like Judy Hopps won't be able to catch Ne Zha. The sequel to Super Mario comes out in April of 2026. The first Super Mario was a surprise hit, with its post-credit scene hinting at Yoshi joining the sequel. Is that enough to hype the sequel movie to beat Ne Zha 2? The first Super Mario did $1.3 billion globally and broke multiple box office records, including the highest grossing film based on a video game, the first film based on a video game to gross over $1 billion, and it's currently the number 5 highest grossing animated movie of all time. But even if Mario 2 does better than Mario 1 by $700 million, it still won't be enough for Mario to beat Ne Zha. Toy Story 5, set to release in June 2026. The toys are back in Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5, and this time around, it's toy meets tech. Buzz, Woody, Jessie, and the rest of the gang's jobs get exponentially harder when they go head-to-head with this all-new threat to playtime. Even though I had watched Toy Story 5, I thought Toy Story 4 was a good way to end it, and they didn't need to make a Toy Story 5. Toy Story 4 did $1 billion at the box office, and so did Toy Story 3, so I don't see Toy Story 5 making that much more than $1 billion, which doesn't stand a chance to beat Ne Zha 2. Minions 3 comes out in July of 2026, and Despicable Me and the Minions franchise has been doing pretty good for Illumination. Minions 1 made $1.1 billion worldwide, and Minions 2 made $940 million worldwide. Looks like a slight decline between movies, and if that continues, Minions 3 will make less than $900 million worldwide. Those Minions won't be able to defeat Ne Zha. Shrek 5 is coming out in December of 2026. Shrek is a popular franchise for DreamWorks Animation. Does Shrek 5 stand a chance against Ne Zha 2? Shrek 2, which was the highest grossing movie of the series, grossed $932 million worldwide, while Shrek 3 did $808 million worldwide. And Shrek 4, Shrek Forever After, grossed $752 million worldwide. Looks like each Shrek has been slowly declining, and if this trend continues, Shrek 5 will be less than $700 million worldwide. Looks like the ogre can't beat Ne Zha. Frozen 3 comes out in 2027. Frozen 1 did $1.3 billion worldwide, and Frozen 2 did $1.4 billion worldwide. Frozen 3 might be Disney's best chance to catch Ne Zha 2, and even then, Frozen 3 will need to pull in $600 to $700 million more than Frozen 2 just to stand a chance against Ne Zha 2. Looks like Elsa won't be able to freeze Ne Zha. Then you got Incredibles 3 that is coming out sometime. No official release date has been announced, but if we look at the box office gross history, Incredibles 1 did $631 million and Incredibles 2 did $1.2 billion worldwide. Incredibles 2 almost doubled the gross of Incredibles 1. If Incredibles 3 doubles what Incredibles 2 did, then maybe the movie might beat Ne Zha 2, but that's not likely. So looking at all the popular movies coming out in the next few years, only Frozen 3 and maybe Zootopia 2 can even stand a chance to beat Ne Zha 2. Perhaps Inside Out 3, which isn't even announced, could take back the record, but it seems clear that Ne Zha 2 will be the highest grossing animated film of all time for many years to come, only to be beaten by Ne Zha 3. If Ne Zha 3 included Monkey King, I bet that would break even more records and maybe go after Avatar as the highest grossing movie of all time. What do you guys think? What will be the next animated movie that can beat Ne Zha 2? Let me know in the comments.